Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to another exciting show here today. This is K.L.P Tonight. Hopefully you guys are ready for another exciting show here today. Yes, we're back in front of the camera and back in the studio of FX Studios of Atlanta. Hopefully you guys are ready for this one because, you know, I get very excited when we're setting up in the studio, we're getting the stage ready, and we're just getting ready for another exciting episode. So, you guys really do like the comeback we've been doing. We've been doing really well when it came to our radio platforms. You guys really been enjoying K.L.P Tonight on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon. So I do want to let my viewers know on the talk show that On Air with K.L.P, it didn't go anywhere. You know, we've been doing a lot of shows. We just got done wrapping up Hardline a couple of weeks ago. So of course September 3rd, Hardline will be out and released and very streaming on YouTube and Daily Motion at K.L.P Entertainment. So On Air with K.L.P didn't go anywhere. We're still doing the podcast show, but we're running the broadcast show. We're doing shows. We're doing so much other crazy stuff. So, you know, there's only one host. There's only one guy who could really do it all. We try to do as much as we can for our following base. But, you know, we try to get inside into it. So let's get on with the show. I don't like to waste time on the show. I like to get down to the nitty-gritty of what we're talking about this week. Of course, we read this article this morning in the office here at K.L.P Entertainment, and it's been rumored that there's new features and a new possible AirPods coming out from Apple. It's rumored that they're going to be calling it the AirPods 3. It's a rumor. They might be switching the name up. We don't know. We don't know too much about the quote-unquote AirPods 3, but it is rumored that that next set, the next generation of the AirPods, is coming out very soon. And here's my thoughts on this rumor. Again, I don't work for Apple, so it's complete rumor, but you know, I read the rumors and I read the articles and I like to talk about it. So I really do hope that the AirPods 3 in quotations, I really do hope that these AirPods 3 really have the original style of the first AirPods. In the studio, I have my set in my office, my pair of AirPods, the first editions, the first generation AirPods. They're sitting right there on my desk. I enjoy them. I use them every day. I don't really use them too much when I'm working out. I use my over-the-head studio headphones from Skull Candies when I'm working out. But I use the first generation AirPods, and let me tell you, those things, they just feel very comfortable for me. I have them, and I've had those AirPods first generation for years now. Of course, with my first generation AirPods, I didn't have these. I didn't get mine out the gate when they first came out. It took me a couple of weeks until I can get my pair, but I've had mine for quite a few years now, and I really like the design of the first generations because they fit in my ear very comfortably. I wasn't a big fan of the AirPod Pros because they have this little silicone that sticks out and you stick them really in your ear, and that really bugs my ear. A lot of people are rocking with those Pros right now. The AirPods Max, you can forget about it. I'm not paying $500 for some over the head headphones. Some people did. Some big YouTube stars, they got their AirPods Max, and you know, they probably paid a premium price for them. And some of the YouTubers that I've seen that unboxed their AirPod Max, they said they are very uncomfortable. Some people don't like them, you know, so you can forget about it. $500 for some AirPods. I might as well go out and get a PlayStation 5 with that kind of money. I wouldn't go out to pay too much for the over-the-ear studio headphones, being that these are the AirPod Max. The AirPod Pros I haven't been a huge fan of because, again, they stick in the ear. I'm the first generation AirPod, so hopefully this, in quotations, that the AirPods 3s, third generation AirPods 3, whatever they're calling it, I hope that they really enhance it, but then go back to the original design. It'll be well worth it. Hopefully. And I'm nervous, y'all. I'm very nervous about this because I'm nervous that Apple's gonna overly charge these headphones. Now, Apple is ambitious. They will try to do something like this. They will try to mark up the pricing for these AirPods to make sure that they stay premium so that way people will go buy them. Now, I really do hope they don't charge $600 for these AirPods, 3s in quotations, whatever it is. I hope they don't charge that much for these AirPods. But being, again, they're Apple, they can do whatever they want to within their business. And as us as consumers, we're going to go out and buy these products. So with the new iPhones, that's over $1,000, you're going to pay a premium price for them. How the way I do my stuff with my Apple products, except for my iPad and my MacBook that's in the studio. I had those for years. You know, my 2012 MacBook Air, still kicking it. That's one of the computers I use when we're editing software for our movies. We're still kicking it with our movies with my old MacBook. My iPad, I love. I actually got my iPad free. I'll tell you a story about that later on in the future. With my phone and Apple Watch, I'm financing both products, my Apple Watch and my iPhone that I'm rocking with currently. I am financing those because I honestly think financing, when it comes to Apple, financing is a great thing. You guys know, it's no secret, you know, a lot of phone plans you can finance most of your Apple products. Personally, I prefer AT&T. This is not a sponsor for AT&T, but I personally like AT&T with their finance program because, you know, they're very inexpensive with their finances and if you want to finance your products. So I really do hope that if you do decide to get the new the tongue twisters, AirPods 3s, then I would suggest you guys maybe financing it. Maybe Apple's gonna charge $160 for them, or maybe $200 for these AirPods 3s in quotations. Again, don't know. It's been rumored. Don't know the scale of it, but maybe it's true. Maybe that they're going to upsell these things because Apple can, and we're gonna be the Apple fan people that we are, and we're gonna buy a $300, $400, $500 AirPods 3. Maybe that might be the future. Apple's smart with their markup, and Apple has some good quality stuff, so if they want to upsell their products, then they absolutely can. So, of course, the next news announcements today, I kind of talked about it in the last show. I hinted about it because I talked about Suicide Squad, and I talked about Idris Elba, but I'm excited, and I'm kind of maybe late to the game with the show, but I kind of wanted to share my opinion of him playing Knuckles in the new Sonic movie. So if you guys don't know, Sonic the Hedgehog finally gets his own movie. I saw the first one with of course the first movie that came out. I was happy about the redesign that they did. You know, I'm very, very stoked about this redesign that they did because they're doing a lot of things that they're changing the game. They're changing the game for the better future of the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. We all know Sonic has not been prevailing well when it comes to their markups and their stuff. So with the movies and the video games, you know, they're trying to get back on track. I know some of my friends are going to pre-order the new Sonic Colors Ultimate Edition game. I'm thinking about getting that game. Again, hopefully the game is not $50. Now, if it is $50, like most games are right now, if it's $50, then I probably won't shell out that much for that. But if it's like $30 to $40 for that collection, I might look into getting that either on Xbox or Switch. I don't think I'm going to get it on my PlayStation 4 because I don't have that much space on my PlayStation 4. There's other games for that. So the first movie was great. They redesigned Sonic because I remember that whole fiasco of the first design of the Sonic character in the movie, and they redesigned it. They redid the movie, and you know, the movie made millions. It really did really, really well. So we're all hyped and excited for Sonic 2. I'm excited for Sonic 2 because, you know, you have your original characters, you have Tails in this movie now, and you have Knuckles. So I'm very excited for Sonic 2 because you have so many more characters than just Sonic. Knuckles is going to be played by Idris Elba. Honestly, I didn't see it coming. I really didn't see it coming. I was at the gym, and I'll tell you a true story, y'all. True story, fans. You know, I was at the gym working out, and I get this notification from some site, I think it was Twitter, that tweeted about it, and I saw Knuckles' fist, and it says his fist, And I'm like, okay, yeah, an update for Knuckles. It was Idris Elba's Twitter account, and he says, knock knock. It's crazy because, yes, it's confirmed that he's going to be playing Knuckles, and a lot of us fans did not know that Idris Elba was playing this character. I had no freaking idea that he's going to be playing this character, but when I saw his Twitter and I saw like the fan reaction, I lost it. I literally lost my crap because this was unexpected, and honestly, Idris Elba is... They did really good for casting him for this character because I think the Sonic show or the Sonic channel, I forgot that channel, it's Sam Procrastinations, he's a Sonic channel too. They all talked about him rapping because Idris Elba has rapped before. He's been on a lot of the R&B rapper songs rapping. So he has rapped before. Even though his craft is more of acting, he has made a few songs. So it was quite exciting. It was very, very exciting for sure. I've listened to YouTube channels and they say it would be a great idea if Idris Elba rapped the original Knuckles songs from the Sonic Adventures game. So I thought that would be a cool idea. Maybe like he just spit a little something as Knuckles, and it can go a long way for us fans. So I think this was a great choice for Sega to hire Idris Elba to play Knuckles. I mean, Idris Elba, he's hot right now. He's Suicide Squad did really well. He has another movie coming out for, I want to say Netflix. I'm not too sure if it was Netflix or HBO. But he has another movie coming out later this year. So he is the hottest commodity right now with him being an actor. So it goes a long way with him going for and doing more. And it's what I like to call, it's kind of a peak thing for actors. You know, The Rock has this peak thing with 3 movies a year. Jason Bateman had a year, I want to say 2014, if I'm not mistaken. Jason Bateman had about 2 movies coming out that same year, plus the show Ozark, which I don't think that came out 2014, but I think that might have been his second peak kind of thing, because he did Ozark and then Zootopia came out. And I think that was around the same time that Horrible Bosses 2 was coming out. So every actor has that moment where it's kind of a peak thing for them. So this is Idris Elba's time to have his peak coming out. I'm so stoked about it. I'm hoping Idris Elba plays the character really well. It fits him. So it fits him well. It really does. I am glad that somebody of, you know, the African American culture is playing Knuckles, because there's no race to it, y'all. But you guys seen it where it's been on Facebook, it's been on Twitter. These characters like Knuckles and Piccolo and I forgot another character. You know that they're predominantly black. You know that they're from the black African American descent, but you never notice it because they're playing these characters. So it's good to see that Knuckles is played by a black guy. You know, I think that's a fantastic idea, because Knuckles is the tough, rough, tough, strong, independent character in the Sonic franchise. So for you to have him as that character and have Idris Elba to play Knuckles, I think is a grand slam idea. Sega's smart. They know what they're doing. It's a great idea that they had in mind. So let me know what you guys think. Idris Elba playing Knuckles. I'm super stoked for it. I'm very, very happy about that. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we have a little bit more to talk about here on K.L.P Tonight. Stay tuned. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to K.L.P Tonight. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the show thus far. You know, I really love coming to, you know, the studio, and I'm talking to, you know, the audiences and my producers over there. They really make sure that we sound really, really good. And I got to remember to look into the camera. If you guys, a little insider for you guys, because a lot of people have asked us, what kind of camera equipment do we use? Because we've actually been upgrading our cameras, and our shows have been, you know, really, really fantastic. So when we come on the show, we use our Canon G7X. That camera is what we use for our talk shows and our films, well, in-person films. So if you guys remember, if you guys go back to my YouTube channel, or our YouTube channel, I'm sorry. K.L.P. Entertainment, Magnolia Paradise, and It Takes Passion. Those 2 documentaries were filmed using the Canon G7X, making sure that we, you know, have perfect quality. And you know, I love the Canon. We still have our Sonys in the studio, but we prefer to use the Canons because, you know, quality wise is so much better. So I have to thank my sis for this. I remember her, she was selling her camera equipment. If you guys don't know, she's a YouTuber as well, but she sold some of her equipment and we bought some of it off of her. So shout out to Deems, man. Shout out to D Amber. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the show thus far. We got one more thing that I wanted to talk about. It's been the topic of conversation, and let me tell you, I'm a huge Rockstar fan. Rockstar Games, you guys don't know, the makers of Red Dead Redemption, the makers of L.A. Noire, great game. I remember getting that game on my birthday. That game was fun. Of course, and Grand Theft Auto series. Yes, I might be late to the game talking about this, but finally Rockstar gives us some news of their next project. And no, although we know that GTA 6 is around the corner and there's probably in development, they just haven't told us yet. Of course, I'm talking about the Trilogy remaster. Of course, you got GTA San Andreas, you have GTA 3, and GTA Vice City. I don't know if that was the same or not, but they are remastering the classic GTA games right now. It's been announced, I think it was later this week, I saw it on BuzzFeed. And you know, I get notifications from BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed is a good outlet to get your news when it comes to gaming related news. So BuzzFeed hit us up on our notifications, and you know, here at K.L.P. Entertainment, we like to keep our notifications open because we like to have topics to talk about either on the podcast show or the talk show. But I got the BuzzFeed notification in my email in the office later this past week that GTA have been making their remastering. Rockstar Games have been remastering the Trilogy to come out for consoles. Now, I think this is a fantastic idea because it's been years since, you know, GTA 5 came out, and I'll be honest with you guys, I was floored. Every year GTA came out in the super last gens, and I call it the super last gens because now we're in this generation where the last gen is Xbox One and PlayStation 4. That is last gen now because we got PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. So we were excited when it came out for 360 and PlayStation 3, right? That was years ago. I think that was about 7 years ago. So I got it day one when it came out. Of course, I was in high school, and I remember how I did it too. And a quick story, I remember I wanted to get the game. It was at sometime in September. I was still living with my folks, and I was in high school. I was driving. I was, you know, gaming with my friends and stuff. So it was a Friday night where I'm just, you know, chilling. There was no games or nothing, no football games. I was just chilling at home. My brother wanted to go out with his friends, so I took him out because I was the driver at that time. So I took him out to his friends, and I said, "Yo, GTA came out today. I'm going to GameStop." So that was my whole plan when we got home from school. My little brother, Ryan, asked, "Hey, I'm going out with my friends, you know, and I need you to take me. What's your plans for tonight?" I'm like, "I'm going to GameStop because new game just came out." So, of course, I ended up going to GameStop, picking up GTA. I was so excited because, you know, I walked in and the GameStop associate, he was like, "Yeah, I know what you're here for. You here for that new GTA, aren't you?" I was like, "Yep, I am. You have any copies?" They had a lot of copies. They didn't have too many copies, but they had enough copies for me to buy. And at the time, I wasn't saying I was balling, but I was just like, hey, I'll drop $60 for it because that was GTA 5. You know, you had to play it. So, picked it up, you know, picked up GTA and I played it and I enjoyed it ever since. Rebought it, sadly, I rebought it from PlayStation 3. I bought it for, I want to say I bought it for Xbox One because within the next gen consoles, I ended up getting Xbox One first before I got my PlayStation 4. To be honest with you guys, and you guys might remember, when I got my PS4, I got my PS4 in 2018. I know I'm super late to this game, but I got my Xbox One in 2016 and I got my PS4 in 2018. Super late to the game. Yes, I know. you know, we were playing last gen consoles because that's just what we had, and at the time that's what we could afford. And then when I started making investments, started running my business successfully, and started doing my thing, I started buying myself my own newer console. So, you know, Xbox One and PlayStation 4 still sits in my mountain at my house. I love them both. I got PlayStation 4 when Spider-Man came out because I just had to. So fast forward to the point of the story is, you know, GTA has been around forever. You know, GTA, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and now they remastered again, or they're working on it, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. So as us gamer fans, we're like, okay, GTA 5 was great. It was a great game, but we're tired of it. We're very, very tired of it. So I ended up, you know, just like, okay, I'm not getting it for PlayStation 5 because I'm tired. I played the same thing. It's the same game. Different graphics, but same game. We've been there, done that. So I kind of felt out with GTA, and now we finally got the announcement that they're remastering GTA 4. So, of course, we're so excited for that because now we're getting to play these older games, but they're getting remastered for the next-gen consoles. It's been rumored, and it's kind of been announced, but, you know, I don't know too much about it yet, but it's been announced that it's going to be out for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch. I'm very excited to see how Nintendo Switch will handle that kind of capacity. And also, of course, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. So, of course, you get all three within a bundle, so that way Rockstar Games can kind of distract us for a moment and say, here, play this, so we can work on GTA 6 a little bit more. It's kind of a good play for their end because I know GTA 6 is coming. That game needs a lot of work. You know, GTA took years to get in development, so they're taking their time for 6 for the next gen consoles, of it being PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. So excited for these remasters because we've seen remasters done, right? But I think Rockstar is really going to go out for these remasters, especially for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. Unfortunately, I probably will be playing this game maybe on my PlayStation 4 or my Xbox. Don't know about Switch yet. A lot of my friends were saying, hey, would you play it on Switch? I personally don't think a big game title like this should be on Switch because I don't think the original Switch will handle it. We haven't got it announced of a new Switch. We've got the new Switch that has the new OLED display, but there's still the same software. So I don't know if Switch is going to be able to handle this kind of power, and I don't know if it's going to be the same because I played, and it's not the same company, but Switch, when it comes to certain games, they just don't handle well. In NBA 2K21, I have that on Switch, and it was god awful. It was it was like $10 because I needed it to test it out for a podcast that I did previously. It was god awful. It was so horrible because Switch cannot compete well with that. So I think it's best if you get this remaster. I think the remaster will be better on your Xbox One or your PlayStation 4, and then especially if you got the next gen consoles like PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series, then that will be fantastic. Obviously, I'm still working on getting a PlayStation 5, y'all. They're still sold out. I'm ready to buy one as of today, but you know, they're sold out everywhere, man. You can't really find them, so I don't know. It might be an occasion where the holidays come and they're gonna have a restock, but as of today, PlayStation 5, there's just nowhere to be found. But what do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm super stoked about that because, you know, you got all these great games like San Andreas. San Andreas, oh my god. I remember it was 2003 or 4 when I first heard of GTA, because I mean, even though I was born in 96, I didn't know about GTA until like 2004 because, you know, they didn't start developing around that time and I was young. Of course, I couldn't play that kind of game. When I was in 96, I was just born, and in 97, I was 1 year old. But 2004, I was a little bit older, and one of my family members picked up GTA San Andreas and played it, and I'm just like, what is this? You know, is this a game? Like, what is this? So, let me know what you guys think about that. I'm super stoked for that remaster. Let me know in the comment section below, which one will you be going for? Will you be getting it for your last gen consoles, that being the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, or will you be getting it for your next gen console if you're one of those lucky ones that has a PlayStation 5 in your house? Let me know. We want to hear from you guys here at the studio of K.L.P Entertainment. So that's going to wrap it up here on today's show, K.L.P Tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's show. I know I surely did. I want to thank all my staff members, my producers over there for making this whole thing happen. It's just very, very fantastic. And I love you guys. I really do. So that's going to wrap it up here. As always, I like to say stay safe. Drink water every 15 minutes, every second you can, because it's hot in hot Atlanta. We're here in Atlanta and it's hot, y'all. So please stay hydrated, because it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter this month of August. So stay tuned later this week. Of course, we got Death Stranding coming out, new episode. And of course, Gundam Zero will be coming out, as well as the Legends League's new episode will be coming out this week as well. We can't wait. We're in the studio tomorrow getting our editing on for the new episode, so I can't wait for that as well. So that's going to wrap it up here. I've been your host, K.L.P Kennedy Lucas, and this has been K.L.P Tonight. Stay safe and stay swanky.
Audio Jungle.